Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Ed. Today we're visiting again MetaMaterials, going with the ticker MMAT, and diving through the new spin-off shares as well and discussing that further. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. My last video has been a while ago. I think it was back in late of September. So if you would like to see that one, you find it in the description below. But first off, MetaMaterials. If you've never heard about MetaMaterials, they basically specialize in metamaterials. And basically, they have a really nice presentation I've gone through before, and they work with the different ranges across industries, different applications, and their production scale goes further on than the concept of visibility. So you got Meta. And metamaterial controls on-demand unique functional properties in absorption, emission, sensing, transmission, and guiding of light, sound, energy, and heat, as well as friction, strength, and elastic or electric energy. Metamaterials are typically created by patterning composite and nanomaterials. Until recently, development has taken place in only laboratory scale on very small substrates. But currently, MetaMaterials solves that. Now, we've gone through the different applications, including 5G, vehicle electrification, and other things as well, such as technological 5G reflectors and TV receptors, LiDAR, nanoweb for transparent sensors and 5G antennas, AR fusion, which is augmented reality, with prescription lenses, solar energy, and also coming up medical applications. Now, they also have different news. Last one was on October 6th, where they were mentioning that they will be presenting in two conferences. October 13th for LD Micro Main Event, and October 14th for International Investments Forum. And Meta completes the acquisition of Nanotech Security Core. We discussed about this before, where they give them 1.25 Canadian dollars per share, for a total of $90.9 million, and they do different things, including the security checks on banknotes. And another thing here is Meta named 2021 Lux Innovator of the Year award, and that is nice. And they also announced a global innovation back on the September 26 Innovation Research Program to accelerate metamaterials breakthrough. Now, in terms of a new ticker that has been going around, it's called MetaMaterials MMTLP. Now, this ticker in its own is spin-off shares. And so this one here, I found it to really explain it really well on Reddit. So credit to this person, just this guy, ATX. So they were just reposting this. So they mentioned here, and I've seen it before. I just got off the phone with TD Amorites, and they provided some clarity and added some additional confusion regarding this. According to the representative, the change of MMTLP simply means that the preferred shares have now been delivered. He stated that he's seen the transfer of preferred shares take up to a year in other cases, so this isn't surprising. He did say that as of tomorrow, they should be tradable. This is the point of confusion for me, though I can't imagine how they would be valued. Maybe some market makers will jump in with a starting price, just trading them basically on a perceived demand. The one thing he stressed that, in his experience, there's no historical correlation between the preferred share being delivered and either news or imminent payment of dividend on those preferred shares. So it strongly cautioned everyone against getting too excited. We just don't know. This seems to be a normal cleaning house delivery of shares. So let me try to put a bit of context onto this one if you haven't really watched my videos before. So previously, the company name was TRCH, Torchlight. They went through a reverse merger with MetaMaterials, and a part of that, they divested. Torchlight was an oil and gas company, and they wanted to divest out of the oil and gas. So they said they're going to continue on with the sellings, and the proceeds will come sometime at the end of the year. And initially, they said, we're going to give the money out just initially, and then they went, okay, we're going to give preferred shares or dividend spin-off shares that would later on, once we sell these assets, after all the expenses and all the stuff that they have to pay, then they would give the remaining towards the people with the preferred shares. So these are the MMTLP dividend spin-off shares, basically, and these shares will get the proceeds from what I've read and what I understand. Now, we've done different estimates about these proceeds, and I remember going anywhere, I believe, from 50 cents all the way to around $80 per share. And we've dove through multiple different estimates, and you can watch this, I believe, 5 or 6 videos ago in the series. So this is what MMTLP shares are. We don't know an exact price, but basically this is what most likely going to be traded or given the dividends for. So this is I hope this kind of clarifies whatever kind of inclarities you had about MMTLP. Now, before moving on forward, if you would like to see more contents like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button and leave notifications on for this channel. It does help my channel quite a lot. Also, don't forget to drop a like to this video, and if you would like to join our Discord, totally free, in the description below. It's basically a nice chat room in there. We're not trying to upsell you on anything. So we do have a new institutional buyers for this one. Pacifica Partners added around 136.5 thousand shares just on the 7th of October, and IFP Advisors added a small position of around 2,400 shares on the 6th. Now, in terms of insiders, we don't have much to see around here, but in terms of the short interest, there's 3.33 days to cover for the shorts, and the dark pool short volume is sitting somewhere closer to around 56%. Now, there's a bit of a short shares availability of 250,000 shares. These are the ones that have been returned. Doesn't mean that there's not a larger number of shares out there, and the short borrow fee rate is at 4.83%. Let's move on now towards technical analysis. Now, from a technical analysis perspective, the price is within the trading action zone, between the 10 SMA and the 30 EMA, between 554 and 510. You're most likely going to see a positive reversal within this range. Now, in terms of the other indicators, the only other 2 important ones that I see, or 3, are the willing percent R, which is the relative strength index form, or a similar one. You're seeing that this one is currently on the oversold part. And in terms of the MACD, you're starting to see there might be actually a chance for a positive reversal sometime next week, and that is a very bullish thing. In terms of the stochastic fast and stochastic slow, both are on a horizontal level, suggesting more of a sideways movement, but still also suggesting there might be another leg up for this one. Now, the current Bollinger Bands and the moving average bands are very close to one another, and they expect this one to trade between 605 and 479 or 460. And currently what you're seeing is that it either breaks either of these 2 levels, the 605 or the 460, and if it breaks the 605, you might see a bullish run, and if it breaks the 460, it might be a bearish drop. Now, this drop wouldn't be really good for us, and on the Fibonacci retracements only taking in after the merger, we're able to see significant supports and resistance levels on the Fibonacci retracements, starting with the resistance at 554, 639, 723, 844, and 997. The supports are 449 and 280. Now, in terms of price line action, we're able to see that there is a support line at the 528, below there, around the 506, below there, around the 487, down to the 465, and then 436, going downwards to around 386, and then 364, 329, and around 299. Resistances currently at 533, and then above there 567, and then 610, and then 622, going upwards to around 657, 695, and around 749, and finally $8. Coming into the question to end, what do you think is going to happen here? So really what's happening is a whole different stock. So the metamaterials one with the MMTLF, this one is trading at a whole different level from what I'm seeing. So currently it really saw a massive jump in price, and we continue to anticipate that this one will have high volatility as speculations kind of arise. Now, we do anticipate that this is a dividends again, and we'll start playing very similar to what we've seen with Torchlight before the reverse merger, or kind of how it acted like a SPAC and relating towards the dividends. So as speculations range and news come relating towards the dividend, you will see high volatility for this ticker, the new preferred shares ticker. What do you think about this ticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps, we just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.